I think most people at their 9-to-5s don't really feel fulfilled, and a lot of people aren't passionate about what they're doing. I didn't hate my job, right? I didn't mind it, but I knew truly deep down that it wasn't going to take me where I myself wanted to go. So I think the biggest transition for me was what to do with my time and what to do with my day now that I'm essentially creating my own schedule. Hi, my name is Brandon Zinzer, and this video today is going to be a little bit different, and it's about me quitting my job. I quit corporate life about 3-ish months ago, so I want to talk about what that was like quitting, why I quit, and essentially what I'm doing now. So for a lot of people, they really don't like where they're at in life, whether it be a bad boss, manager, a company that doesn't really value its employees, or just simply being overworked. And a lot of people don't understand, or maybe don't understand, that they actually have a choice in the matter, right? Not everyone needs to be able to be an entrepreneur or own a massive business and things like that to be happy. Some people are really kind of just happy doing corporate life, kind of climbing that corporate ladder and just doing the day-to-day. So my story is a little bit different than your typical person, and I'll get to that a little bit later on in the video, but essentially I didn't hate my job, nothing like that. I just knew I wanted a lot more from out of life, essentially, and out of myself. So that's why I ended up leaving my job. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit more later on in the video. All right, so this video isn't going to be anything fancy. I'm not gonna have any crazy jump cuts, any awesome B-roll. It's just gonna be honestly straight facts. I'm a really factual person. I like to get down and dirty to the point very quickly. So just expect that. So for many people, they, kind of are in the rat race, and that's kind of like a derogatory term, of course, but they don't like their job, or they absolutely hate or loathe their job. They're kind of lost in life in a sense, and they don't really know where to turn. They want something to change, but they're not really sure what that is. They may hate their manager, their boss, their employer, or simply aren't passionate about the work that they're doing. And this is really unfortunate, but this is how a lot of Americans are living their lives. And me personally, I think that life is way too short to be doing something, especially 40 hours plus per week, that you really don't like. So anyway, this is where my story begins. I didn't hate my job. I worked for an agency, and I had a whole bunch of different clients, like 5 to 8 clients at any given time. I was at the agency for almost 3 years, so I was given some larger clients. There's pros and cons to working with larger clients, but I did somewhat enjoy my time working with these brands. I learned a ton about e-commerce, selling online, that whole online selling world in general. And, I really soaked it up. So how I differ from the average person who hates their job is I didn't hate my job, right? I didn't mind it, but I knew truly deep down that it wasn't going to take me where I myself wanted to go. I was never going to hit that salary that I was looking for. No matter how much I moved up, no matter how hard I worked, I was never going to be able to achieve my goals. Now, I feel like a lot of people are honestly in the same boat. They know, like, some people are truly at a dead-end job that's not gonna go anywhere. Other people may be at larger corporations where they're, at the bottom or in the middle, and they know that there's an actual trajectory growth path to get to where they wanna be, but they don't know how long it's gonna take, or they may have an idea and it's way off of their timeline, right? It might be 5, 8, 10, 15, 20 years for them to get where they want to be. And some people don't want to wait that long. So that was why I ultimately quit my 9-to-5. It honestly, so there's people who absolutely hate their job, and I feel like it's so easy to quit when you absolutely hate your job. I didn't. And then there's people who like their job a lot, but they know it's not what they want to do, and that also is actually much harder, right? If you hate your job, it's so easy to quit. If you like your job or are okay with your job, it's that much harder to quit because you don't have the motivation. So I was kind of somewhere in between. I didn't hate my job. I didn't absolutely love it. I was kind of in between. So it was a little bit easier for me, but I feel like most people fit in that bucket of absolutely hate their job or really kind of like love their job, and it's kind of hard when you're stuck at when you really like your job. So anyway, I put in my 2 weeks, and backstory, I was running my e-commerce business about 4 years before I actually made this decision to quit my 9-to-5. So I already had a buildup of business knowledge, income, products that I was selling. So I guess that made it a bit easier because I was pretty financially stable when I put in my 2 weeks. Now, down to brass tacks, what am I doing now? How's the transition? All that good stuff. So I honestly can't say enough about it. I love where I'm at now. I'm running my business full time. I have a partner that's 50-50. He has his own job and he works a full 9-to-5 job, while I'm kind of boots on the ground, really trying to grow this company much more than it's already grown over the past 4 years. So I think the biggest transition for me was what to do with my time and what to do with my day now that I'm essentially creating my own schedule. There's no meetings being posted on my calendar. There's no lunch and learns. There's nothing like that. I'm making my own calendar. I'm deciding to do with my time what I need to do. It's not being given to me or laid out in a schedule. So because of that, I needed to then be able to structure my day, which is what I'm doing now. I need to have time to shoot YouTube content. I need to have time to read books. I need to have time to meditate. And of course, most importantly, I need to have time to do product research because I do sell on e-commerce, Amazon specifically, and then also on my website. So I structured my day, just basically by first, putting it on Google calendars, and I have my day structured where, fitness is important to me. I need to do that first, and then, reading is important, and meditation, and then kind of really getting into the nuts and bolts of my business, answering emails, going on Alibaba, talking to manufacturers, and then doing whatever else I need to do for my business is usually kind of what takes up my days nowadays. So I think one big thing or a massive thing is fulfillment and passion. I think most people at their 9-to-5s don't really feel fulfilled, and a lot of people aren't passionate about what they're doing. Me switching to run my business full time and kind of getting out of the 9-to-5 completely changed that for me. I am so passionate about using my creativity, going out there and finding products, doing the research and then sourcing them, creating the packaging for them, and then launching them, and then learning from that whole process to make the next launch that much better. Everyone's in essentially a different place in life. Some people may have kids, some people may have large loans, whether it be student loans or whatever. So I understand that not everyone feels comfortable taking a leap of quitting a somewhat sure paycheck, but that's something that you have to work out for yourself, right? Everyone's in a different situation. Everyone has a different risk tolerance that they're willing to, actively pursue. So you really do have to think about that when you're looking to quit your 9-to-5 to pursue running your business and ultimately your passion. So one piece of advice that I would give to someone who's looking to potentially quit their 9-to-5 would be really looking into yourself and asking yourself, why do I want to do this? Is this going to get me to where I want to go, whether that be, emotionally, financially, and is this something that is going to make me happy in the long term? Because that's ultimately what life is about, right? Being happy, enjoying your time on this planet, and being able to share your experiences with others. So without making this video too long, I just want to throw kind of my general story out there. And if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, like I said, I'm only 3 months into running my business full time. If you want to follow along with that journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel and just follow me on my journey. I have a whole bunch of different products that I'm about to launch. A whole different company, Smart Start Puzzles. Actually, you can see it back there is one of the packaging for the boxes. So a lot of cool things coming up. So if you want to follow along in the journey, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions on a little bit more about, my experience, the do's and don'ts of putting in your 2 weeks at your, your corporate job, or some of the struggles that I haven't have talked about in this video, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you shortly. All right, well, this is really the end of the video. Just wanted to come on here and share a little bit of my experience on, quitting my 9-to-5 and now running my business full time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.